In this video tutorial, which is tutorial 5, I'm going to teach you how to create a style sheet and link it to your pages. Why we make a style sheet is we can have one set of styles defined for our entire site that cascades down onto every single page you make. So say if you have 5 pages and you don't like the background colour of them, if they all share a common style sheet, you can just update the background property on the style sheet without having to edit each individual page to make the change on each individual page. So to make a style sheet, we need to go to plus, and we can call it styles.css for cascading style sheet. And again, that means that this, all the features we put on it, all the styles we create on this, will cascade down onto all the pages that are linked to it. Okay, I'm going to just stop there for a minute. So that's been made. I'm going to go back to index, and I'm going to add into the head section. Remember this thing I was talking about that we'd leave for a bit. I'm going to add a link into it. So this is called a link. So we make a HTML tag called link. We go for REL, which means relationship, and we're going to write style sheet. I spelled that right, hopefully I have. Okay. There's another attribute which is href. We type equals, and we type the name of that document, which is styles.css. And then at the end of this, we're going to put a little closing triangle. Okay, so that is now linking our web page to this other document. And by putting that little line of code in there, what we're saying is that all of the styles on this page now, for all of the little bits and pieces, all of the HTML tags, will be controlled by whatever I write in here. I'm going to just do the same for page 2 as well, so they have identical styles on each page. So again, I'm going to go between head and head. I'm just going to put that there. So it's a link to a style sheet. REL means the relationship. What is it? It's a style sheet. And the actual address of that is styles.css, this new document we're making. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, I'm making a website about unicorns. So I click on styles.css and I type body. If you notice I type the word body, that links directly to the HTML tag that's called body. Okay, so if you name one of the HTML tags, you don't have to put the little triangle brackets. In fact, you shouldn't with a style sheet. I put just the name of the tag. I'm now going to put squiggly brackets, which are kind of found by holding shift and the key next to the letter P on most keyboards. I press enter, and I've got 2 sets of squiggly brackets. So you might notice this is different from HTML. This is actually a new type of coding language called CSS, which is designed to only complement HTML. So while it's a different language, it complements the HTML of a web page. That's what it's designed to do. Okay, so squiggly brackets on the CSS, no triangular brackets like you get with HTML. So this body now will control the body, the background of both pages, because they've both been linked to the style sheet, which is here. And what I'm going to type in is something simple, BACGROUND, background. I'm then going to put a colon. As I put a colon, I get a semicolon at the end. That's fine. Don't delete either of those. And what I'm going to write is pink. And all of a sudden, my page has changed to pink. Page 2 is also pink, which should be. Ah, there's a missing little triangle bit there on the head. There you go. And I'm just going to put that back there. So page 2 is also pink. So both of them have been automatically updated. If I go to styles.css now and change it to black, that'll be black, as will page 2. Don't want black though. I quite like the idea of pink. At this stage now, I think it's important to show you something called a hex color picker. So if we load Google up, okay, and I type in hex color picker, Google provides me with one. It's a hex color picker in my search. Hex color picker. And you see this code here? This code is a unique number code called a hex code. Always needs a hashtag. If I go to Trinket, and instead of the word pink, I just copy and paste that code in there. I'll get that particular shade of blue. And of course, as we've done it on the style sheet that both pages are linked to, they both automatically get changed to blue. I'm going to go back to styles again. I want a particular pinky purpley colour because it's all about unicorns. We'll go for something light like that maybe, or a little bit heavy on the old purple side. Go, and I'm going to copy that. I can move this little dot around. I could go for a slightly lilac-y sort of colour. Actually, I'm going to go for that colour instead. An RGB stands for red, green, blue, so that's a value in terms of red, green, blue. I'm going to go back to Trinket, and I'm obviously going to change it to this colour. Okay. I'm going to leave CSS there for the time being because there's quite a lot to take on board. So we've made a style sheet. We've linked both pages through the head section of the pages to the style sheet. So again, that's some information that isn't displayed, but obviously is useful for the web browser. It knows to look for styles for this page of HTML in the styles.css. I'm going to do a second part of style sheets now, where we're going to look at fonts, but that'll be a separate video.